Love's Firstfruits by CUSTANCE. Read for LibriVox.org by Nemo. Quote, As the sweet apple blushes on the end of bough, the very end of the bough, which the gatherers overlooked, nay, overlooked not, but could not reach. End quote. Sappho. I bring to thee the fruitage of first love, the flower but faintly touched with passion's pink pushed forth, untended. 'Twas a fragile thing, to fight alone with all the fears of life. And yet it grew, expanding day by day, each petal pure as sun's soft summer air pressed forward to the perfect fane of love that fronted it. For love was king and light, the only king that fair faint blossom knew. And so it flourished, till at last it fell, and the fruit framed in girlhood's life of leaves hung warm and sweet, flushed crimson from the sun of girlhood's summer. So the autumn came, and with it came a gatherer strong and bold, who raised a longing hand to reach it down, that little fruit of love. But it outsoared that long lithe arm, and so the gatherer shook the slender green girt stem until at last, loosed from its hold, love's first fruit dropped to him. So my heart's harvest has been yielded up, a rapturous, speechless sacrifice to thee. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. The Song Spinner by CUSTANCE. Read for LibriVox.org by Nemo. Safe in my golden room of thought, I hear outside the rush and sweep of travel-wearied wings of sin. I hear the tears of those that weep. My musings are with visions fraught. To catch love's voice my soul stands mute. Around me speechless memories flute, vague threads of music to weave in the songs of life I sit and spin. I sit and spin the songs of life. About my knees proud flowers press, their leaves fold round me like soft wings, their colors soothe as the caress of cool slim hands, and, like a knife too sharp to hurt, their keen fresh scent stabs through my senses to the pent and passionate soul beyond that sings of mortal and immortal things. Frail mystic perfume men call praise, star-sandaled memories moving slow, angels of hope with shimmerous hair, pale dreams that waver to and fro. By such as these our auroral days of song encompassed from rose dawn to languorous drift of light outworn, the while I strive with fervid care, slow spinning the poem fabric fair. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Twilight by CUSTANCE. Read for LibriVox.org by Nemo. Quote, Mother of the dews, dark eyelashed twilight, low-lidded twilight o'er the valley's brim. End quote. Meredith. Spirit of twilight, through your folded wings I catch a glimpse of your averted face, and rapturous on a sudden my soul sings, is not this common earth a holy place? Spirit of twilight, you are like a song that sleeps and waits a singer, like a hymn that God finds lovely and keeps near him long, till it is choired by aureoled cherubim. Spirit of twilight, in the golden gloom of dreamland dim, I sought for you and found a woman weeping in a silent room, full of white flowers that moved and made no sound. These white flowers were the thoughts men never tell, and the room's name is Mystery, where you weep, women, whom we call Twilight, when day's spell of toil is broken, and you bring back sleep. End a poem. This recording is in the public domain. Ideal by Olive Custance. Read for LibriVox.org by Nemo. We are not sundered, for we never met. We only passed each other in the throng. We moved together, but not long, not long. You were indifferent, and I may forget your profound eyes, your heavy hair, your voice, so clear, yet deep and low with tenderness, that lingered on my ears like a caress, and roused my heart to make a futile choice. O poet that passed me carelessly in the throng! O soul that clamored unto God in song! How should I lose you thus and lack regret? End a poem. This recording is in the public domain. The Blue Mist by Olive Custance. Read for LibriVox.org by Nemo. Twilight. The musical earth mute. One yellow star above the rose-stained west, whose worshippers in woody undergrowths pale primrose stars of spring waft scentful gust of wildflower prayer to her. The purple dusk folds nearer, and the faded far-off fields are lost to sight, and through the leafless trees creeps a soft sapphire mist, till every twig is blotted out, and every branch is veiled, and pine and fir loom mystical and strange, and the great cedar wavers like a dream beneath the cloudless sky that darkens still, slung here and there each moment with more stars. End a poem. This recording is in the public domain. With a Book of Fairy Tales by Olive Custance. Read for LibriVox.org by Nemo. Oh, the white rose of friendship twixt us twain, spreading out scentful. Oh, the frail fresh leaves of fervid youth, that fights and fears and grieves, and laughs and loves and hopes through all its pain. O friend, I am but poor for all my praise and love of you. 'Tis but a book I bring about that land where our dreams, wing to wing, drift seeking shelter from earth's sordid days. O friend, whose soul is swift to understand, if life is difficult and cold and sad, some are together still, and some are glad, and to these few God gives his fairyland. End a poem. This recording is in the public domain. Delight by Olive Custance. Read for LibriVox.org by Nemo. You butterfly, you singing bird, you dainty sweet, sweet woman with dancing feet, at sight of you, I know not why, strange, wistful memories are stirred in my soul's depths when you flash by. I love you at each swift heart-beat, yet sit and never say a word, so many thoughts thrill thus unheard. O little throat, so slim and white, dear voice as deep, restful, and wonderful as sleep. Our whole souls ache at each full note, fall faint with rapture, swoon to flight, and follow where your love songs float, and, following, forget to weep. Alas, that silence should upsweep such songs into the void of night. End a poem. This recording is in the public domain. Glamour of Gold by CUSTANCE. Read for LibriVox.org by Nemo. The white hands of my lady's maid move deftly through the shining hair. How my heart falters, half afraid, lest they should hurt a thing so fair as my sweet lady's head. And how I wish that I stood there, twisting the strands instead. Fortunate fingers those that hold the handles of the steels that fret and dent each heavy tress of gold, till all the golden mass is set with waves bewildering, where fire and dusk together met, rival day's sun setting. Or so at least it seems to me, while gazing on my lady's face, and when with leaping heart I see her soft shy breathing 'neath the lace that falls even to her feet, the curves of her slim body trace, see her supremely sweet. Ah, then love swoons too satisfied, too passionate for words of praise, with but one prayer to abide safely at her sweet side always, even as that maiden there that stayed in silent still delays, winding the long gold hair. End a poem. This recording is in the public domain. Villanelle by CUSTANCE. Read for LibriVox.org by Nemo. If summer has her blossom land, and all her pulsing press of green, winter brings spring to Sunset Strand, where mystic colors, band on band, commingle in a wildering screen. If summer has her blossom land, so thickly close no flowers could stand as these frail hues outtrailed serene. If summer has her blossom land, white snow brings spring to Sunset Strand. End a poem. This recording is in the public domain. Sunshine by CUSTANCE. Read for LibriVox.org by Nemo. O sunshine spirit, I have seen your gold wings spread aslant the green, have watched their splendors trail along the woodland ways where wild flowers throng, and seen your slim feet slip between. Looked on your limbs so shimmerous white, flushed in a lucent mist of light, seen your child face peer wildly fair through parted strands of shining hair, and wist not if I saw aright. In gardens where tired feet can wade through flowers set thick in slumberous shade, across wide languorous lawns sun swept, your fleeting fairy form has crept between the shadows unafraid. Because your subtle smile had caught my soul entangled trance of thought, your sweet hushed speech I strove to hear, you seemed to sway so strangely near. Sun vision, was it I you sought? A mortal maid whose heart is yet too full of all the world's vain fret, the mournful music of this star, that you who have been born afar hear only faintly and forget. Stay, sweet, beneath these sighing trees, whose lace-like shadow broideries dapple your dainty loveliness. Are you a dream? I cannot guess. God's earth is full of mysteries. End a poem. This recording is in the public domain. Virelay, Regret by Olive Custance. Read for LibriVox.org by Nemo. Play low tonight and do not sing. My thoughts take flight and wing to sorrowful wan skies and white curved flower cups scented through with spring. Play low and do not sing. There, in the rain, I see one stand. The leaves look fain to kiss his hand. Beyond him slopes the furrowed lane. The sunlight breaks across the land. I dream I see him stand. Yes, quite awake. Sing something, dear. Did my voice break? Was that a tear shed softly for a memory's sake? Ah, sobbing heart, he must not hear. Sing something to me, dear. End a poem. This recording is in the public domain. A Lament for the Leaves by Olive Custance. Read for LibriVox.org by Nemo. The trees look sad, sad. I long for the leaves, green leaves that shimmer and shelter the nest that the songbirds make. The earth is glad, glad, but my spirit grieves. Break forth from your buds and awake, O leaves. I remember the woods last year and the thick, fresh leaves, how they fluttered and flickered and sighed, rustled and quivered all day. I almost fancy I hear their song to the breeze, the fickle breeze that faltered and wavered, but would not stay. I long for the leaves. I remember the sun-laced grass, where their shadows were flung in a tangled web as they trembled a tilt on the bough. Now they are fallen, alas, from the trees where they hung, withered, wind wafted away. Oh, where are they now? The leaves. End a poem. This recording is in the public domain. Autumn Night by Olive Custance. Read for LibriVox.org by Nemo. Against the earth's hot brow the night has pressed cool, dusky lips to kiss her caraway. The moon, a bow of silver in the west, holds all the brooding dragon clouds at bay. A luminous mist is drawn across the park. The trees, with leaves new fallen about their roots, loom strange and sullen in the shimmering dark. The hedges glimmer vaguely with wild fruits. But far more fair than any world without, this golden room fire glinted glooms and glows, where, silken robed, you sit with pensive pout, and pluck forth scentful petals from a rose. You, with your languid face and lily hands, and loosened hair low tumbled in your neck, where, freed from ruffled coil rust-colored strands, cunningly curled your skin's fine fairness fleck. How pale your cheek beside that pink rose pressed, pettishly, where your own blood roses sleep, so faintly flushed your lips curl back caressed by tongues of orange light that towards you leap. End a poem. This recording is in the public domain. Spirit Speech by Olive Custance. Read for LibriVox.org by Nemo. How green that cedar grows against the west, the grey west full of rain. The flickering firelight here within the room frays all the gloom. The twilight comes storm-laden o'er the plain. Great drops like blood beat down on earth's rough breast. The room is full of flowers, near my hand are violets mauve and white, and lilies' fragrant breath each corner fills, and slender daffodils touch the dusk spaces with a tender light, and all have speech for those who understand. Ah, rain like tears! Ah, twilight talk of flowers that mingle and are one! Our souls can only guess at all you mean, when hushed they lean o'er dreamland bars at golden set of sun, or slumber shut in visions through dark hours. End a poem. This recording is in the public domain. June by Olive Custance. Read for LibriVox.org by Nemo. The summer spirit is brought back again, her bright-hued butterflies and humming bees, white blossoms fed with sun and silver rain, lift up their buoyant heads beneath the trees, whose boughs are swaying in the scented wind, and sudden sunshine laps the laughing leas, and lucent glory by dusk leafage lined, of woodland where blithe bird-songs thrill the air, dear red-lipped daisies in the grass enshrined, how glad we are to see you gleaming there. June's amorous breaths flower fragrant round you flow, the gracious golden kingcups deem you fair. In shadow of bent branches let us go down to the riverside where rocks our boat, beneath the whispering willows. I will row, and you shall steer, nay, rather let us float, tide taken, past the patient marigolds, whose dew-filled cups to Phoebus' self remote are lifted up at dawn. See, day unfolds her sunset robes refulgent in the west. Night's heavy lids that light's strong hand upholds droop low and hide the splendor. Let us rest. End a poem. This recording is in the public domain. Harvest Noon by Olive Custance. Read for LibriVox.org by Nemo. It is the harvest. On the fields hovers a tremulous haze of heat. The sharpened scythe each laborer wields gleams silver in the golden wheat. The level landscape spreads away. The sky folds over like a flower, whose petal tips of purple gray flush flame-like at the sunset hour. The swallows flash above our heads in undulating curves of flight. A delicate dance the south wind treads between the shadows and the light. And poplar trees on either hand lilt out leaf music as we pass. Only the oriole daisies stand and stir not in the tangled grass. End a poem. This recording is in the public domain. A Sleep Song by Olive Custance. Read for LibriVox.org by Nemo. How cool, 'neath apple bough embroideries, the lush grass here. Lie down, and I will sit beside you, dear, and take your tired head upon my knees. River-like round us noontide sunflames fold, and find our hair falling between the listless leaves up there. Your short crisp curls seem carved of shining gold. Behind the troubled pallor of your face, what cruel thoughts throng! Your curved lids, fringed with lashes thick and long, droop heavily, sleep, dream, a brief hour's space. Sleep, and forget how bitter is your grief, how hard to bear, and sorrow shall slip from you unaware, soft as a shed rose petal or blown leaf. Stir not, O sun-drowsed earth, stay thus awhile, so languorous sweet. Sleep on, dear heart, in the hushed, fervid heat. Is dreamland full of peace? I see you smile. End a poem. This recording is in the public domain. Fantasy by Olive Custance. Read for LibriVox.org by Nemo. Faded fields and a faded sky, and pointed poplar trees that sigh, sway and sigh as the wind sweeps by. In the grey west a faint gold stain, dusk and the darkness, sisters twain, kiss through a silver veil of rain. Dusk with wonderful bows of hair, either side of her face and fair, golden eyes like the sunset there. Night, whose eyes are the eyes of love, flying low like a soft slow dove, mists beneath her and clouds above. O twilight trance! O deep sweet swoon! Vague visions vanishing too soon. Stars grow thick round the amber moon. End a poem. This recording is in the public domain. In a Boat by Olive Custance. Read for LibriVox.org by Nemo. Look yonder, where the sun a fiery shield glows red as blood, slung low in a clear sky. Day droops with languid limbs and calm lips sealed, slumberward in the west, and night leans nigh. The boat that bears us to the rock-girt shore seems scarce to move, she sails so listlessly. The sunset paves a golden path before, behind, the purple pinions of the night winnow the wide sea's emerald-tinted floor. A dusky flock of starlings in their flight stand out against the rose-stained heaven. They are like leaves uplifted cast athwart the light. Flushes of lingering color from afar reflect themselves in the round silver moon, and in the bluebirds flower like one white star. Our summer day has sped so soon, so soon. Still, you are near me, dearest, and there lies all its lost sunshine in your splendid eyes. End a poem. This recording is in the public domain. Comforted by Olive Custance. Read for LibriVox.org by Nemo. Welcome fruit ripening, flower enfolding days, girt round about and aureoled with light. Sun glorified, you shine so strangely bright. I cannot choose but stay to sing your praise. Though she hath come through dark and bitter ways, my weary soul in sorrow's lampless night hath shut out all helpful solace from her sight, and jarred with sudden tears her tuneful lays. But she hath seen the singing springtide swoon into full fragrant summer flushed with heat, and, seeing, could no longer silent stand. Now in her sky hope sets a silver moon, and melody binds up her bleeding feet, and loveliness walks with her hand in hand. End a poem. This recording is in the public domain. Dreamed Tryst by Olive Custance. Read for LibriVox.org by Nemo. Beloved one, when the shy dawn flower sweet, in her white sleeping gown of mist and pearl, sees the great sun, and from her cloud-hung bed slips softly, flushing like a startled girl, and stands upright on fair rose-colored feet, while all the golden light is round her shed. 'Tis then that yearning severed souls may meet. Slowly the glory widens in the sky, and in the meadows thick with folded flowers the daisies stir already in their sleep. My soul lay waiting all the long night hours, but now thy promised presence hovers nigh. In this still room I seem to hear the sweep of thy soul's wings. Oh, whither shall we fly? End a poem. This recording is in the public domain. The Poet's Picture by Olive Custance. Read for LibriVox.org by Nemo. The pent-up passion of her soul deepens the pallor of her face. Against her throbbing heart the whole wide sorrow of the world finds place, and deep compassion and love's grace. The brow half hid by curling hair is like a child's, so pure and white. Sweet words have made the rose lips fair, and in the wistful eyes a flight of fluctuant dreams pass day and night. Frail girl in whom God's glories meet, why was she so divinely made? Surely the angels, when complete, her radiant spirit stood arrayed, and such fair flesh felt half afraid. The dust of earthly days and years scarce dims her delicate loveliness. Only the eyelids, tired of tears, droop low their flower-like pallidness, bruised faintly by pain's bitterness. Only her hands like ivory are stained a little by the sun, and roughed with constant use, for she is careless of their beauty won from dawn of life so easily. Alas, that her slim feet should tread the world's uneven stony ways, that she should know dull cares and dread, long lonely nights and sordid days, being so fashioned for love's praise. Lest she should sin or faint from fear, let one swift angel heed my prayer, and straight descending to this sphere, spread wide wings o'er her everywhere, lest she should fall who is so dear. End a poem. This recording is in the public domain. An Impression by Olive Custance. Read for LibriVox.org by Nemo. Sky like smoked mother of pearl, dim background for bare trees that lift against its stained twig traceries. Smoke wreaths that curl upward from carved stone chimneys silently. Twilight time nigh. Westward, wide scarlet bars belting day's silvery waste, and eastward sable clouds interlaced. So, night lifts nearer luminous with stars. End a poem. This recording is in the public domain. A Dream by Olive Custance. Read for LibriVox.org by Nemo. I was a child with all a child's wild prayers, that followed love yet ever saw him flee, his splendid feet unspeeding silently, his wings gold tinctured spread athwart life's stairs, ascending ever, and yet unawares, oft turning his fair face and suddenly fixing his deep eyes smilingly on me, so climbing girlhood caught at unguessed cares. But one spring day love halted in his flight, and straight let flash an arrow at my heart, so that I swooned who strove to reach his side. When I awoke, a sea of saffron light stirred in the silver east, and blood did start from my pierced flesh, for lo, love's wound was wide. End a poem. This recording is in the public domain. Bereft by Olive Custance. Read for LibriVox.org by Nemo. Within my heart there stands a vacant throne. I set a king there not so long ago. The shadow of a man who did not know he was beloved. I sought it there alone. This silent image that was all my own. But one day someone whispered to me low, "Behold, dear, he is dead whom you loved so." And now the speechless shadow too has flown. Within my heart there stands an angel, dumb, with large eyes full of tears, that never close by day nor night, and Memory is her name. She dreams of other days that may not come again on earth. Her face is a white rose. They droop, shut close, the wings on which she came. End a poem. This recording is in the public domain. A Madrigal by Olive Custance. Read for LibriVox.org by Nemo. Ah, leave my soul like forest pool, in shadow smiling unafraid. Let not thy laughter stir its cool, clear depths, sweet maid. Let not, I pray, thy sun-like hair pierce to the thoughts that slumber there. My soul is still as summer noon. Its inmost shrines are full of sleep. But when the stars of dreamland swoon to awake and weep, the dawn of love that brings thy blue, bright eyes will bring a sorrow too. My soul is silent. Trouble not its secret reveries with thy songs. The rare red tint thy lips have got, the whole world longs to kiss them. Therefore speak not, dear, my soul must struggle should it hear. I see thee, and my soul is swung in golden trances of delight. I hear thee, and my tremulous tongue hurls forth a flight of bird-like songs saluting thee. Oh, come and dwell and dream with me. End a poem. This recording is in the public domain. Rain Music by Olive Custance. Read for LibriVox.org by Nemo. I love the lilting patter of the rain, through tangled traceries of budding boughs, falling on frail pale spring growths all a-drowse, in the warm, sun-soft stillness, where the stain of tender green spreads slowly towards the lane, that haunt of blackbirds from whose ruffled throats rise round and full the rapturous singing notes, repeated and repeated yet again. The raindrops on the leaves faint music make, a subtle fleeting sound, while blithe and clear the chime of shrill bird voices through it break. We catch stray scents from sweet drenched primrose stars, and then the shower is over, and rose bars bridge the sun's western garden and gold lake. End a poem. This recording is in the public domain. Doubts by Olive Custance. Read for LibriVox.org by Nemo. A web of gold is the western sky, golden strands of the sun's bright hair caught in the grey clouds everywhere, or the tangled skeins of day's broidery. And now it is that the twilight sings, twilight, whose voice is full of tears, trailing athwart our hopes and fears, the drooping boughs of her dusky wings. In the fading light we dream of death, and closer cling in a long embrace. Oh, pure pale girl with a passionate face, life strips us naked, but leaves us breath. But when our bodies lie strange and still, they will bury us swiftly out of sight, shut us away from the warm sunlight. How dark the darkness will be and chill. But ah, I forgot, we shall not feel, folded safe in our last deep sleep, never again to kiss and weep, while our lips rose color the roses steal. Dear, never again to know regret, with its iron hand laid on the leaping heart, its fingers thrust where the wide wounds smart, the wounds of memory bleeding yet. Ah, but the kisses, the tears, the fleet, the light's slow sorrows, are life in vain, to praise white peace when the wine of pain, fate's purple wine, is so fiery sweet. Think you we should be glad to die, now, when the stars are coming soon, and the daylight pales and the primrose moon is a stemless flower in a silver sky? End a poem. This recording is in the public domain. The Spring is Here by Olive Custance. Read for LibriVox.org by Nemo. Quote, O vanished loveliness of flowers and faces, treasure of hair and great immortal eyes, are there for these no safe and secret places? And is it true that beauty never dies? End quote. Richard Le Gallienne. The spring is here, but she is gone from me. How shall I bear the bitter banishment? I miss her eyes, her golden hair. I see no beauty in the day since her soul went, alone, into the strange dim lands of death. Flowers with uplifted laughing faces stand in silent scentful clusters. Birds are heard trilling among the leaves. I lift my hand and press it to my forehead. Not a word escapes my lips. I struggle with my breath. In dreams I meet my loved one, but a change has touched her semblance. She is ivory pale, and in her great blue eyes shines something strange. Is it the light of God, that like a veil divides us when our souls touch lips in sleep? I wrote a book in praise of her last year. She holds it still. Her hair is like a flame. Her plaintive mouth pleads mutely, but I hear that clear voice never, though I call her name, each night, all night, and then I wake and weep. End a poem. This recording is in the public domain. A Mood by Olive Custance. Read for LibriVox.org by Nemo. The sun aslant the carpet, and the rain blown sobbingly against the window glass, while I sit silent with a voiceless pain, pressing my heart between its cruel hands. The slow hours pass. Between the dawn lands and the sunset lands, my soul walks wearily with aching eyes, the whole world grey about her where she stands. Sorrow and she are tired of the long noon, the sullen skies. My friend at work hums softly an old tune, and in the great, new-lit, fluctuant fire puts forth pale pointed flame flowers that full soon fret all the rough black coals to fairy gold of tower and spire. Sunlight and firelight, but the world feels cold. The wet trees toss their weight of tumbled green, and shreds of torn cloud banners manifold drift up the dome of heaven, while slips the light, pearl-hued between. I wonder, shall I meet you in the night, in that dear house of dreams, sleep's dwelling place? O Prince, O Lord of life, O heart's delight, O lover, never this side of the stars, seen face to face. In vain my winged songs beat against the bars Of bitter life, then falling mute and tired, Like leaves that the sharp hoar frost sheds in scars, Lie dead beneath the heaven they desired. End a poem. This recording is in the public domain. A Pause by Olive Custance. Read for LibriVox.org by Nemo. Oh, do you hear the rain beat on the glass in vain? So my tears beat against fate's feet in vain, in vain, in vain. Oh, do you see the skies as gray as your grave eyes? Oh, do you hear the wind, my dear, that sighs and sighs and sighs? Tired as this twilight seems, my soul droops sad with dreams. You cannot know where we two go, in dreams, in dreams, in dreams. You only watch the light sinking away from night, and silver mail all shadowy pale, the moon shines white, so white. Oh, if we two were wise, your eyes would leave the skies and look into my eyes, and I who wistful stand, one foot in fairyland, would catch love by the hand. End a poem. This recording is in the public domain. Sunset and Sunrise by Olive Custance. Read for LibriVox.org by Nemo. Torn clouds shot through with sunset fire, wide fields and waste of desert sky, flooded with color, dawn's desire dies hard. What wounds the west reveals, hot gaping rents the red sun reels to other risings, sullenly. Pallor of dawn hung round the rose-robed sun, and all the grass sweet-scented and pearl-set, with folded daisies snared and spun, shreds of torn night-mist woven through with starlight splendors. In her blue bed-chamber, morning loiters yet. End a poem. This recording is in the public domain. Flirtation by Olive Custance. Read for LibriVox.org by Nemo. Say, are you merely mine today, tomorrow, mine for one rapturous June? Now, in your splendid eyes I see no sign of sorrow, yet you may sorrow soon. Say, do you dream of days that will divide us, when sometimes you sit mute, here in the garden where gold sunflowers tower beside us, here where bird voices flute? Say, do you dream or only droop from pleasure your delicate flower-like head? Even so a proud pale rose hangs languidly at leisure, its beauty perfected. End a poem. This recording is in the public domain. The Songbird by Olive Custance. Read for LibriVox.org by Nemo. There is a garden in my soul, a garden full of singing birds. Their wings have never known control in any cage of words. They come from fairy lands afar, from lands of dawn and lands of night. The mystic birds of fate they are, God only marks their flight. Their wings beat round my house of dreams, beneath the eaves they build and sing, and always each one's coming seems a strange and sudden thing. And yesterday, ah, yesterday, I flung a golden net of thought across the tangled world that lay about me, and I caught a songbird with a shining crest and plumage colored like a flame, a stranger, different from the rest. I knew from whence he came. From that gray city fair indeed to some, but foul to those too wise who pass her sphinx-like smile to read the secret in her eyes. And this bird sang a song that set my heart athrill with hope and power. Earth's fruitless feverish care and fret fell from me in that hour. Oh, come again, my soul is stirred, the praise and perfume of the spring is in thy voice, O passionate bird, come back to me and sing. End a poem. This recording is in the public domain. An April Mood by Olive Custance. Read for LibriVox.org by Nemo. The south wind walked abroad and flung a silver net of sudden rain. Aflame with flowers the green woods hung, a mist of leaves above the plain. O April rain, O April rain. The dart and flutter of small birds, who seemed to jargon of their hopes, and fitful flutings hushed our words. Our eyes strayed over sun-flushed slopes. O April hopes, O April hopes. I looked into your languorous eyes, and laughed to hear your vehement vows. In love's vain lore my heart was wise. We stooped between the tangled boughs. O April vows, O April vows. I have forgotten what you said to win a kiss that afternoon, but, oh, your lips were warm and red, and when you went too soon, that showery April afternoon. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. The White Statue by Olive Custance. Read for LibriVox.org by Nemo. I love you, silent statue. For your sake my songs in prayer upreach frail hands of flame-like speech, that some mauve silver twilight you may wake. I love you more than swallows love the south. As sunflowers turn and turn towards the sun I yearn, to press warm lips against your cold white mouth. I love you more than scarlet-skirted dawn, at sight of whose spread wings the great world wakes and sings, forgetful of the long, vague dark withdrawn. I love you most at purple sun setting, when night with feverish eyes comes up the fading skies. I love you with a passion past forgetting. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Blind Love by Olive Custance. Read for LibriVox.org by Nemo. A long wet day, and now the twilight hour, fine, but not golden, delicately gray. We pace the garden path, talking, and faint between the words we say fall troubled silences of pleasant sound. I speak of love and laugh. The flowers stand drenched and bruised on either hand. Only the leaves shine softly and seem glad. And so the light grows less. We turn. I take your hand, your lips look sad, as though the rain had also hurt the flower of your mouth's loveliness. Full of rain crystals, the asparagus, a jeweled tangle seems of strange green hair. You stand against it, sweet, a pagan creature, passionately fair, with your great eyes and wonderful white throat, long limbs, and small light feet. You are so beautiful, so sorrowful. Wherefore, beloved, none knows, not even I. To you the world is kind, we say, and smile when you desire to die. Love will come soon and lead you to the light, you answer. Love is blind. End a poem. This recording is in the public domain. A Lilt of Tears by Olive Custance. Read for LibriVox.org by Nemo. Sing me a song, my sweet, not too sad, not too gay. Sing how glad hours fly fleet like yesterday. Play me a tune, my dear, not too soft, not too loud. Life's discords hover near, love's head is bowed. Dance me a dance to-night, not too swift, not too slow. Dance in the mystic light, the fire's red glow. Comfort me with a kiss, lips to lips clinging long. This is the end, I wis, of dance and song. End a poem. This recording is in the public domain. The Music of Dvorák by Olive Custance. Read for LibriVox.org by Nemo. Beneath a golden dome, an emerald floor, crowded with dancing girls, the flash of feet, the flutter of loose robes, the rhythmic beat of drums, the singing of sad violins, the clash of cymbals. So the music wins to fullest melody, and through it rings the silver clink of anklets and the sweet tinkling sound of little shaken bells. Lightly each coryphée her sister swings, mad with the mystic measure of the dance. Then suddenly they pause, as if by chance, motionless, as the flutes and viols are stilled, each slender, sinuous body spellbound, thrilled, with triumph in its last, most perfect pose. Each lovely head thrown back, as in a trance, immovable, they stand in glittering rows. Silence and darkness. Was it then a dream? Entangled in the passionate mystery and magic of your music, which to me is ever as the shadow of soft wings, shutting away all sense of sordid things, all sight of that inscrutable sphinx called life. So weary souls drift visionward and see, looking between the heavy lids of sleep, reflections of themselves as they might be. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. End of Opals by Olive Custance.